Hello everybody, Steven here with Cardboard Coalition, and today I figured I would bring you guys a review of Jabba's Palace, a love letter game, or Love Letter Jabba's Palace, either way. I believe they're starting to move to the name of the subtitle of the game, then a love letter game, or the name of the game, then saying a love letter game. Anyways, this is a review of Jabba's Palace, a love letter game. And I did keep my notes, so we can go through this, and with some speed. Let's go ahead and set this down right here. All right, so the theme of the game, I would say, is Star Wars, obviously, and surviving Jabba's palace. If you've ever played a love letter game, it plays like a love letter game with some small changes, like these are tiebreaker conditions for the end of the game. So instead of the highest hand at the end of the game, if I'm remembering my love letter correctly, but I've only played the original a couple times, I know I'm a poser. I play all the newer versions of it. But so at the end, when the stack runs out, if there's more than one person still standing, not dead, doesn't have a Sarlacc, hasn't been eaten by the Sarlacc card, which I like. My friend thinks I'm silly for liking, but I think it's fun. All right. So if there's a couple people left, then you have these conditions, win conditions. This one is the highest sum of huts in the play area wins the round, right? So it gives you a slight difference. But the theme of it, like I said, is Star Wars, surviving Jabba's palace, and I feel like the love letter games is a survival thing, even though you're trying to win the affection in the regular love letter games. It's a survival thing, last player standing. All right, so the mechanics is hand management. So I have 2 cards in my hand, but at the beginning of your turn, you draw a card, so you have 2 cards, and then you pick one of your cards, and you play that card, and it tells you what to do. So it's kind of hand management. You're trying to think of what numbers you want to keep in your hand, what card you want to keep in your hand. You have things like Solo. Even though he's a 0, you wouldn't win, but you win no matter what. So you would get a win token no matter what if you have Solo in your hand and you're still alive at the end of the round. The end of the round. All right, so ease of teaching, ease of play. The teaching is really easy. I think anytime I've played any version of Love Letter, the only questions you tend to get is, what exactly does this do? Just a little clarification, but you have a list of cards on here. How many of each cards are? You can explain that to people. You explain to people that the cards do different things, and the main thing that you're teaching people is draw a card, play a card, draw a card, play a card, right? So, and it makes the play very easy. The ease of teaching, ease of playing. I realize I think the last couple of reviews have been very easy across the board, but ease of teaching, ease of play, it's pretty easy. And then the replayability. So actually what I didn't do, and I do this all the time when I play, you're supposed to take one card out, and we'll set it over here to show that it's out, right? You're supposed to take one card out of the deck, then deal everybody a card. You could do it after, so people can't card count, is the main thing. But the replayability, I would say, is good as well. So you get different cards, there's different ways to play them. You don't know what kind of card you're going to get. And you can set it up with different win conditions. You could do it one hand, so people play. You could do it, as they say in the guide, and there's a little, let's see if I can find it. There's a little chart telling you how many people, how many wins you're going for. 2 people, you're looking for 6. They think it's going to be fast. But this can be a quick game to play, 5-10 minutes. It could be, a 30-minute game that you play round and round and round till someone acquires enough of the win tokens to win the game. Now the production value. I think the production value is really good. This little bag. Oh, okay. There's my little stand. Oh, don't look at the X-Men. All right. So the bag is a little cloth bag. It's felt, right? It's got nice drawstrings. They seem to last pretty well. I was going to grab my dog Misha's one that she chewed up. She chewed up my Infinity Gauntlet one, and I liked it so much I went out and got another one. But even with her chewing, it still stood pretty good test, and I have a husky, and she chews through a lot of things. But the production value is really good. I really like these. The Infinity Gauntlet version comes with hearts. I like these. They're heavier plastic. They're just little tokens to show you win. They even have, instead of just being blank, they have Jabba's Palace on it They have that picture on it, right? The cards have the linen finish. They're a decent size card with some linen finish, which always makes the cards nice. I do really enjoy the Sarlacc pin on the back because if you die, you flip it over. And it lets everybody else know that you're out of the game, right? All right. So I really like the production value. It gives you a little book. There's only a small amount of rules to know, right? It's a normal book. You do get baggies. I have them off camera. You do get baggies to put everything in, which I think's nice. But the production value is good. Now, value versus cost, which I don't know why I always put value versus cost. Value of having the game versus how much you play. This game is $14.99 MSRP. You could probably find it cheaper. I believe I did find it cheaper at a local store out by us that has things cheaper. Everything's kind of below MSRP, but even at your MSRP, it's $15. $15 for this game. I think I've played this game in the short time I've had it. It's only been out maybe a month or two, roughly by the time of filming this video. And I have played it, at least off the top of my head, 5 or 6 times. That's not rounds, but sat down and played it with people. Same with Infinity Gauntlet. I got that one and I played it probably 4 or 5 times. And then this one came out, and it really just depends on what you want to play, who the crowd is. But I've played this one a lot. So for what you're getting for the cost and the amount playing, if you're paying MSRP, and I try to keep it at that because I don't know where you guys can get it and things like that. But even at cost, people enjoy it. If they're Star Wars fans, they really enjoy it. Most people I found enjoy love letter games, and if they're Star Wars fans, more on that. Like I said, I have the Infinity Gauntlet. I want to get my hands on the Batman one, but I guess it's out of print, and I'm not going to pay a ridiculous amount for a game that should be $14.99, right? MSRP. But it's just theme, right? The love letter game, the mechanic of the love letter game itself is easy and enjoyable. So I think how much they're charging you for what you get is extremely fair price, right? I have it down here as good. It's for, you're not getting a lot, but the play, like components, you're not getting a lot of components, but the play is worth it. You're getting a lot of play out of it. So that's that. Would I play the game again? Yes, right? Would I ask to play the game again? That's the big kicker, because all these games that I show you guys are games that I've pulled money out of my own pocket to buy. Would I ask to play it again? Yes. I have brought it up to play Love Letter, Jabba's Palace, or Jabba's Palace Love Letter. I have brought it up because I do think it's fun. I do think it's engaging. If I know someone's a Star Wars fan, they'll play it. If they're just a person, it's a simple, light game to teach people, so I still play it. So I would play it again. Without any shrugs or anything. I'm always like, sure, let's play that. And I would ask to play it again because I have. So that's the review of Jabba's Palace, a love letter game, or Love Letter Jabba's Palace. People say it both ways. I think the company is pushing for the subtitle as the title, then a love letter game. They started that with Infinity Gauntlet, but that's the review of Jabba's Palace, a love letter game. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.